Psychopathy is a complex personality disorder marked by persistent antisocial behavior, impaired empathy, and egotistical traits. It is characterized by a profound lack of remorse or guilt, and an inability to understand or share the feelings of others. Psychopaths are known for their charming superficiality, grandiosity, and manipulative behavior. They often use their charm to deceive and exploit others for personal gain. Despite their outward charisma, they struggle to form genuine emotional bonds and often view relationships as mere tools for manipulation. This disorder is often associated with antisocial personality disorder, or ASPD, but it is important to note that not all individuals with ASPD are psychopaths. The distinction lies in the specific traits and behaviors exhibited. The term psychopathy is more commonly used in forensic contexts, where understanding the mindset of offenders can be crucial for legal proceedings and criminal profiling. Psychopaths are often involved in criminal activities, ranging from minor offenses to severe crimes. Their lack of empathy and remorse makes them particularly dangerous. However, not all psychopaths are criminals. Some may function successfully in society, often rising to positions of power in business or politics due to their manipulative skills and lack of moral constraints. Psychopathy is traditionally assessed using the Hare Psychopathy Checklist Revised, or PCLR, developed by Dr. Robert Hare. This tool helps clinicians and researchers identify and measure psychopathic traits in individuals. Understanding psychopathy is crucial for both psychological research and practical applications. Studies on brain activity patterns in individuals with psychopathic traits provide insights into the neurological underpinnings of the disorder. This knowledge is invaluable for law enforcement and mental health professionals, aiding in the development of more effective intervention and treatment strategies, as well as improving public safety.
Despite their emotional deficiencies, psychopaths often exhibit above-average cognitive abilities. This means they can think quickly, solve problems efficiently, and often excel in academic or professional settings. Their intelligence allows them to navigate social situations with ease, masking their true nature. They can be charming and persuasive, making it difficult for others to see their true intentions. This cognitive strength makes them effective in manipulation and deceit. They can create elaborate lies and schemes, often leaving their victims unaware until it's too late. They are adept at identifying and exploiting the weaknesses of others. This skill allows them to manipulate people to get what they want, whether it's money, power, or control. Psychopaths typically display deficits in emotional processing, particularly in empathy and guilt. They understand these emotions on a cognitive level, but do not feel them. They are aware of social norms and emotions, but choose to disregard them. This disregard allows them to act without the moral constraints that govern most people's behavior. Research shows impaired functioning in the amygdala, a part of the brain involved in processing emotions. This impairment contributes to their inability to experience fear and anxiety. The prefrontal cortex, another crucial brain region, also shows abnormal activity in psychopaths. This area is responsible for decision-making and impulse control. The abnormal activity in the prefrontal cortex explains their impulsivity and poor long-term planning. They often act on a whim without considering the consequences of their actions. Understanding these neurological differences helps us comprehend why psychopaths behave the way they do. It also highlights the complexity of their condition, which combines high cognitive abilities with significant emotional deficits. This combination makes them particularly dangerous, as they can plan and execute harmful actions without the emotional restraints that would stop most people. Their unique brain functioning sets them apart, making them a subject of ongoing research and fascination.
Studying psychopathy involves various research methods. Literature reviews synthesize findings from multiple studies to identify common patterns. Case studies provide in-depth analyses of individuals with pronounced psychopathic traits. Neuroimaging techniques, such as fMRI and PET scans, observe differences in brain structure and function. Studies show reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex and amygdala among individuals with high psychopathic traits. Genetic studies identify specific genes associated with the disorder. This genetic perspective helps clarify the biological basis of psychopathy.
Psychopaths make rational and calculative decisions with cold precision. Neuroimaging reveals distinct patterns in their decision-making processes. They approach decisions with clinical detachment, relying on cognitive control and logical reasoning. This allows them to weigh options without emotional interference. Psychopaths excel in strategic thinking and manipulation. Their ability to remain unperturbed by stress gives them an edge in high-stakes environments. However, this rationality is coupled with a disregard for ethical implications. They view people as tools, leading to exploitative and harmful behavior.
A hallmark of psychopathy is the profound lack of empathy. This is not just a minor deficit, but a significant and pervasive issue that affects their entire emotional landscape. Psychopaths show an inability to understand or share the feelings of others. They are often unable to connect with the emotional experiences of those around them, making it difficult for them to form genuine relationships. This lack of empathy is an active disregard for the emotional states of others. They may recognize that someone is in distress but feel no compulsion to alleviate that suffering. fMRI studies show reduced activation in brain regions associated with empathy. These brain scans revealed that the neural circuits involved in emotional processing are underactive in psychopaths. This emotional deficit extends to a reduced capacity for guilt and remorse. They often do not experience the same level of emotional response to their own actions as non-psychopathic individuals do. Psychopaths often do not feel bad about the harm they cause. This lack of guilt or remorse allows them to engage in harmful behaviors without the internal checks that most people experience. This lack of internal moral compass leads to repeated patterns of destructive behavior. Without the ability to feel guilt or remorse, they are more likely to engage in actions that are harmful to others. The inability to empathize makes them particularly dangerous in interpersonal relationships. Their emotional deficits can lead to manipulation, deceit, and a lack of genuine connection, causing significant harm to those around them.
Manipulation and deceit are central to the psychopathic personality. Psychopaths are adept at lying without guilt. They possess a superficial charm that makes their lies more convincing. They are skilled at reading social cues and adjusting their behavior. Neurological studies show lower activity in brain regions associated with moral reasoning. This reduced activity contributes to their tendency to lie and manipulate without internal conflict. Manipulation is a tool they use to control and dominate those around them.
Antisocial behavior is a core aspect of psychopathy. These behaviors include aggression, criminal activities, and disregard for societal rules. Neurological studies link these tendencies to specific brain areas. The amygdala, involved in processing emotions, shows reduced volume and activity in psychopaths. This contributes to their lack of fear and heightened aggression. The prefrontal cortex, crucial for impulse control, shows reduced activity. Disrupted connectivity between the amygdala and prefrontal cortex impairs emotion regulation.
Psychopathy is a multifaceted disorder with cognitive strengths and emotional deficits. Psychopaths often exhibit above-average intelligence used for manipulation. Their lack of empathy, guilt, and remorse leads to antisocial behavior. Neurological studies reveal reduced activity in the amygdala and prefrontal cortex. These brain-based differences explain their lack of fear, increased aggression, and impulsivity. Understanding these aspects is essential for developing effective interventions. Ongoing research continues to shed light on potential therapeutic approaches. Educating mental health professionals can improve diagnosis and management.
Therapeutic interventions for psychopathy are challenging. Traditional approaches like CBT may be less effective. Targeted interventions focusing on emotional recognition show promise. Techniques that train individuals to recognize emotional cues may help. Interventions that strengthen impulse control could reduce antisocial behaviors. Pharmacological treatments are being explored for specific neurological deficits. Education for mental health professionals is crucial. Training programs can improve diagnosis and inform treatment strategies.
Continued research into psychopathy is vital. It leads to a better understanding of the disorder's mechanisms. Longitudinal studies provide insights into the progression of psychopathy. Interdisciplinary research offers a comprehensive understanding. Public awareness and education can help reduce stigma. Disseminating research findings promotes better support systems. Understanding psychopathy helps address specific challenges. Research advances promise better diagnosis, treatment, and support.
In conclusion, psychopathy is a complex disorder with cognitive strengths and emotional deficits. Psychopaths use their intelligence for manipulation but lack empathy, leading to antisocial behavior. Neurological studies identify key brain regions implicated in these traits. Research methods have revealed the neurological underpinnings of the disorder. Therapeutic interventions can focus on enhancing emotional processing and impulse control. Continued research is essential for developing effective treatments. Understanding psychopathy contributes to broader insights into human behavior and brain function.